We just got done our second book club ever,
Woohoo!
which was awesome. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Cindy.
And we covered Present Over Perfect. Last time we read Joy Unspeakable.
Mm-hmm.
And we felt like this was more aimed at emotional growth and being connected to God, being connected to people, which I feel like influences the spiritual realm very much so. Last book was really about meeting God and experiencing God in new ways. But the conversation, it was fascinating to see what people pulled out. And I think my biggest highlight was just the longing in people's heart to learn to be and to learn to get their identity from what God feels about us, what he thinks about us. And I think that's just so aligned with our heart at We Want More. And where we really get our value and worth from isn't the busyness. It's not the culture and what culture says is acceptable.
Right.
But it's learning to retreat into the secret place, into the stillness with God, and let him speak to your heart and say, this is what I love about you. This is what I feel about you. And the voices of people around you kind of just begin to fade away.
It's true. It's true.
I don't know what stuck out to you the most.
Well, first of all, I have to address the elephant in the room. I'm a little dressed up for book club, but I'm about to head out.
I think she looks great.
You're sweet.
Recaps are awesome.
I'm about to head out on a plane to go to a rehearsal dinner, so I'm a little dressed up. But I loved this book personally, and I felt like what was fun as we were going through it, that it hit everybody different. Some people really loved it. Some people were like, yeah, I got some stuff out of it. And that's kind of our heart with We Want More, too, is that we're not saying we agree with everything we read in a book club, but it's almost like, okay, what are we taking in this, and what did... So for me personally, it was a good recap, because I've gone through stages where I do understand the importance of resting. It is a weapon. We need it. But there was times in here it was like, yes, changing your child's diapers, or, doing some of the mundane, it can still be done unto the Lord. And how do you count those times as special? So maybe appreciate life. It made me appreciate that I didn't have to be, busy and to-dos and to please God and stuff.
Extras,
so so that I got a lot out of it, which was great.
I was challenged by her definition of spirituality, because I think in ministry you get this gotta push, gotta go, but it just even seeing Jesus retreat and be with the Father and not need to minister to everybody, and how she talked about so many ministers have gone for just the moments and the outward ministry, and they've neglected their important relationships. And so I love that, because I really want to grow in that.
So you can watch the whole recap, not the recap, but watch the whole thing on Facebook Live, and it'll give you even more of a sense of it. And she really did a great job of not being judgmental. She said, this is my story, and invited us into it. And I thought that just made it a great way to learn from what she's experienced. And I mean, I really respect her. It's kind of neat to see where she is.
Yeah,
so
totally.
Should we say what's next?
Yes, next book is a book by Tim Keller, which is a dear friend of theirs, called Prodigal God. And our hope is it really brings into a good conversation about who God is and his heart for his children, and what that looks like in our own daily life and our perspective of who he is and who we are. So
sorry we don't have a copy here to hold up for you.
You can just imagine.
Prodigal God. But we were going back and forth, and we're really kind of wrestling with what do you want, and we feel like God landed on this for us. So excited to see what we're going to learn, and we'll see you guys back here.
December 2nd.
I was going to say February for some reason. I don't know why.
December 2nd.
December 2nd.
At 11:30 we start here. And then we go live at 11:45. And we have lunch after at 12:30. So if you can join us in person, awesome. If not, you can join us via Facebook Live. And then you can also get our fabulous recaps.
I think you should dress up.
I might have
time.
to wear a tux.
Costume, make it more, interact. Who knows what's going to happen.
So we'll see you next time.
See you next month.